Welcome back to Tarot and Beyond. Today we're doing another reading, and this one is on your star origin, your star qualities, and your divine light. And we're going to be using the star cards as significators, and you can use the cards that you see here before you to select your chosen reading or readings, and use the timestamps linked in the description box or pinned in the comments below to jump ahead to that chosen reading. And we'll see you there. All right, hi group number one, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be using the deck of the card that you chose, and this is the Dragon Tarot. I wanted to mention that I was called to add Moldavite here to the reading. So this is Moldavite. It is a meteorite that landed on Earth, I think 30,000 years ago, and it was in Czechoslovakia. It is extremely, extremely high vibrational and very, very powerful. It is a heart chakra stone. It's also very grounding, but it's not grounding to Earth. It's grounding to the stars. So for those who are very earth-based, this can feel very uncomfortable, but for those who are star-based, it can feel like home. Even though it can sometimes cause major activations and changes that are a little bit uncomfortable initially, Moldavite is extremely powerful. So it wanted to be here in the reading, and this is a Moldavite infusion oil. So I'm going to anoint your deck and your card with blessings of this super, super high vibrational stone. I'm going to rub that into my hands as well. And I have another something special. I was guided by Spirit to channel a whole bunch of different messages. In this jar, I have like little post-it notes with messages and channeled information on there. So we're going to be using those today in your reading as well. So let's take a look at what is coming up for you. I'm just going to rub that in. And that might stick a little bit, but it's okay. Okay, so let's give these a shuffle. So for group number one, I'm seeing this one already. What is their starborn quality? I saw one flip over, but now I lost it. Oh, there it is. Got the Four of Cups. What is their starborn quality, their light? What is their star mission, their star qualities? Two of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. For group number one. Okay. No, they want me to keep going. There's more messages. More messages for you, group number one. There we go. Now they say that's good. Okay. So it's interesting to me that we have some that have flipped over and some that have gone face down. So we're going to look at all of these now, but I'm going to take note of the ones that flipped over, as these are like the more insistent messages. So you have the Nine of Coins, and I love this. The Nine of Coins is like abundance and fertility. I just got from this card as well. Fertility, you're very fertile and you're creating. It's giving me very Empress energy in this moment. I'm also noticing the duality of the white and black trees here. So I get the sense that this is very much about balance for you. And it's like harmonizing the poles. I just heard harmonizing the poles. Okay. You have the Moon card as well. And the Sun right next to it. Holy cow. Group number one. This is really, really powerful. The Moon is the night, the subconscious mind, the hidden realms, and then the Sun is the conscious, the ego, the self, and the daytime. So I feel like, again, it's like light and dark. Look at that. That's what they were showing me. Light and dark. And then you've got light and dark. Wow. And this is also, you know, we're doing this is like a star-born reading. So I just get the sense that you're very much connected to the solar system. You're very connected to the cosmos, because they're drawing my attention back to the card you chose, which is the star. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be upside down. Was it upside down the whole time? Sorry about that. Let me tune into that and find out what the message is there. Oh, they're like, when you're in space, there is no up or down. So duality is a concept that only works if we have something to contrast and compare it to. So we only know darkness if we know light. So you come from a galactic origin beyond duality, group number one. This is extremely powerful. And you have flowed into this state of being, into this current human incarnation, because you are here to embody this balance. You are here to unite the duality, to bring it back to its wholeness. Wow, okay, let's keep going. You have the Three of Cups. You may be called to work with other people as well. I just heard the word reunion, so you might be called to reunite with your soul family or your star family. You might feel like an inexplicable draw is the word and the phrase that they just gave me, an inexplicable draw towards certain people at certain times in your life. And that's simply because they have soul familiarity to you. Yeah, okay. You have the Seven of Swords reversed. I love to see this card reversed because the Seven of Swords is a challenging energy of deceit, betrayal, thievery. Yeah, it's like things going on behind your back. I feel like you are so balanced within yourself, or you're so aware of these dualities within yourself and other people, that it's all within the conscious mind. For some of you, you may be recovering from situations like this. You may be moving away from groups of people that were very, very toxic for you and not aligned with your highest good, and you're moving towards new hope of renewal, abundance, balance, and connection with star family, soul family. Yeah. Okay, you have the Two of Swords, which came upright as well. So Two of Swords is the balance that we're talking about here between duality. And you're connected to both sides of the duality. You're connected to both polarities or both poles. But you're aware that everything exists on a spectrum. So this pole and this pole seem like complete opposites, but they're actually the same energy, two sides of the same coin. Dark is not absolute, it is the absence of light. And light is not absolute, it is the absence of dark. So it's kind of like there is no absolute cold or hot, it's all just temperature. And that's the wisdom that you hold within your soul, group number one. That's how you can achieve this balance for yourself. It's knowledge, it's wisdom, it's held within your blueprint, is what they're saying. You have the Wheel of Fortune that flipped upright as well when we were shuffling. So the Wheel of Fortune is destiny. You know, it's interesting because they're calling me to mention something that I recently learned. And it's the difference between fate and destiny. Because I always used those two words interchangeably. But Spirit guided me to the information that they're actually two different things. Like they're the same energy, but they're two different poles of the same energy. So fate is what is created and comes to us, or it happens to us, or is manifested through us as a result of choices that we've made. Those are negative. Sometimes that's karmic. Sometimes that's challenging. Whereas destiny is something that we've written into our soul contract before we even came here. Or it's something that we're choosing of our own free will that is aligned with our soul. So fate can be a little bit less aligned, and then destiny is more aligned. So take that with a grain of salt, but that's just what I was given, and that's what I was just guided to share with you guys here. And it is to do with this duality, is to do with these poles. So I just find that really interesting. You have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, that's the energy I was getting from the Seven of Swords, and the Star card was that you're walking away from old relationships or situations that didn't fill your cup, is what I just heard. And then you have the Seven of Cups reversed. You're going after your dreams. Yeah, you're going after your dreams. You're holding the vision, or I just heard the vision is returning to you. The vision is actually returning to you. So if you feel like you lost the vision along the way, or it was stolen from you by other people, it's coming back now. You have the Four of Cups. Yeah, it does feel like the vision, maybe it felt blocked from you. Maybe you had like some kind of writer's block or creative block of some kind, or you just felt like you were not as inspired as you once were, or you kind of lost your why. You know what I mean? Like, why am I doing this? Why do I want this, etc.? And now you're finding it again. I feel like the dragons in this card are, she's like the mother dragon, and then these are her babies, and she's coming back to the nest and feeding them. So I feel like you are being replenished by source, by God, by the divine. You are being nourished and fed. So where there once was a lack, or you felt depleted, or you felt like it was lost, it's coming back again. Yeah, that's for sure. And you have the Queen of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful energy of renewal. I'm hearing the word refreshment as well. And it's funny because the cup is kind of like a refreshment, like a nice punch, or some kind of a fizzy drink that you like. It's like a refreshment. That's kind of what I'm getting here. And that's very much the star energy too. The star comes after challenging times, and it helps to refresh us, and that's kind of what they're drawing my attention to. Like even the look of these two cards are very similar. There's waterfalls in the background. She's got the cup up here, but this dragon is pouring out the water. They're drawing my attention to the crystals here, and these look like quartz to me. I just heard Lemurian quartz, so you may have affiliations or past lives in Lemuria. You might connect to quartz crystals or Lemurian quartz crystals specifically, because there's codes in there. There's information in those crystals that are held and encoded into the crystalline structure, and this could help to unlock certain renewal or refreshment of your energy. Because the cups are making me think of like your vital force energy, your creative energy. The Queen of Cups here is giving me like an artist energy in the moment right now. Like she's giving me artist vibes. So this is the creative spark, the inspiration, your why for what you want to create or what you want to do. Okay, so let's grab some of these. Okay, so I'm going to close my eyes, I'm going to shuffle through, and I'm just going to grab a bunch out. Okay, so wow, oh wow, yeah, the first thing you have here is the Law of One. So if you're not familiar with the Law of One, these are a series of channelings that were done by LL Research Group, and it was, I believe, in the 80s. The Law of One was actually the manuscript that woke me up officially. Like I was always somewhat spiritual, but I didn't really have a real understanding or a firm grasp on what my spirituality and my faith was, or why I felt that way. I knew there was something more, but I wasn't sure what, and so part of me was in doubt. And the Law of One was drawn to me. I was drawn to it, and it completely blew my mind. And I read all of it over the course of, I think, 2 months. And yeah, it changed my life. It set me on this path. So I would definitely recommend checking that out. It's free online, and there's books as well, which I'm pretty sure you can get on Amazon, but it's free online if you just go to LL Research or you type in the Law of One, and the website is there with all of the channelings for free. And it says, I am connected to Ra. So the Law of One is channeled messages from a collective consciousness group named Ra, or who identifies themselves as Ra. So check that out. You may also have connections to ancient Egypt as well, Lemuria and ancient Egypt. Yeah, there's some kind of an ancient connection or ancient knowledge within your soul. This may help to unlock it. The Law of One will help to unlock it. You might already know about the Law of One, and you are here to embody those principles. So those who operate with the Law of One are very, very high level souls. Okay, that's what they're telling me. They're very, very high level souls. And the Law of One is unity. So again, we were talking about duality, we were talking about polarity, we were talking about these opposites or these spectrums, and the Law of One is unity. It's the understanding that everything is one. Okay. Oh wow, you have fractured, broken. I am in need of healing. I am healed. So there's something that Ra always says in their channelings, and they say they don't really identify with these like separate concepts or these dualistic concepts. They actually combine them. So like if you're learning, they call it learn teaching or teach learning. They combine those two. It's like the two sides of the same coin. So if you're in need of healing, you are healed. There you go. It's like two sides of the same coin. If there's a lack of healing, the opposite end of that spectrum is healing. So if you've been feeling as though you've been kind of depleted or disconnected from your creativity, I feel like this is heart. My heart feels broken, fractured. Yeah. So this is you healing your heart through the Queen of Cups energy. So you are self-healing is what I just heard. You're self-healing through the unification of opposites. So as you bring the dualities, as you bring the dualities of the opposites together within yourself and you unite them in your heart, which is the bridge, by the way, the heart is the bridge between the third dimensional chakras and the upper chakras. So I feel like you are uniting something in your heart and bridging the gap here. And that's going to create a lot of healing for you. I am embodied freedom. Nothing can hold me back except me, myself, and I. Yes, so as you step into this awareness of the law of one, as you embody this really, because that's kind of what I'm seeing here is like, yeah, they did embodied. The word embodied. You are embodied freedom. You're meant to be the actual living example of the law of one. And part of that is realizing that anything that you are experiencing, you've created. So nothing can hold you back except yourself. And if there's something that you perceive as holding you back, it's something that you can change because it's something you can take responsibility for. It's something that you can shift because it's something you've created, most likely unconsciously or inadvertently, or as a result of past experiences or wounds or templates, but it's something that you have control over nonetheless, and you can and are healing yourself from it. Okay. I am grounded, I am stable and secure. Oh, I love this. Earth seed, earth incarnations. Yeah, so Lemuria was an earth colony or an earth civilization that was highly, highly advanced and spiritual. They had an innate knowledge of the balance between feminine and masculine, and not the male and female like in the sexes, but the polarities. Again, it's like the dualities, the polar opposites of life. They had an innate understanding of that, and the civilization that they had was built and fundamentally founded on those principles of unity and duality being all about the law of one. So I feel like you've lived a lot of earth incarnations. I don't necessarily think that you're from here per se, but everything is one. So we're all technically from here, we're from there, we're from everywhere, because we're all one. So I find it unhelpful to identify too deeply with certain starseed origins. That's actually why I moved away from talking about the starseed stuff on my old channel, To Kitty and Beyond. Like I had a whole series, Starseed Origins, and I don't do that anymore because I was told by spirit and I felt intuitively that people were getting too attached to those ideas and it was creating separation. So that's why I want to talk about symbolism here on Tarot and Beyond, because symbolism can help us to unite with ourselves. It creates that unity. So lots of earth incarnations. It's important for you to ground. Again, they're showing me crystals in my mind's eye, so it's important for you to ground to nature, either through crystals or through meditation in nature or through connecting to the land, because the Lemurians were very connected to the land as well. So that's something that can help you to heal, because that's what they're showing me. They are drawing my attention to the mushroom in this card as well. Amanita muscaria. So these are like psychedelic mushrooms. And I'm just getting the sense that if you're in need of healing and it's like a psychological or an emotional wound in the subconscious mind, perhaps using some kind of plant medicine is what's advised here. That's been coming up a lot. Legal disclaimer, I am not here to advise you. All of your choices are your own, and plant medicine is illegal in most places. Okay, there. Just need to get that out of the way. But I think this message is actually for me, because Spirit has been calling me a lot to mushrooms, and I'm a little bit scared of them because I don't like being out of control of my consciousness. I had an experience as a teenager. This is going to be a little bit of a story time, so just like hold on for a second and we'll get back to the reading, but I'm just about to go off on a tangent. You've been warned. So I think I was 13 years old, and me and my friends we were little hellions, you know. We got up to mischief a lot, and we had somehow gotten our hands on some mushrooms, and we were like, okay, we're gonna do like a whole bunch and we're gonna get super effed up, you know, and it's gonna be crazy, it's gonna be wild. And we were all like super excited about it. And then, yeah, I think I ate like 3 grams of mushrooms, and I was, again, 13 years old. I weighed like 100 pounds soaking wet, and I got way too high. Like way too high, to the point where I was having a bad trip, and we were outside and it was dark, and we were standing in front of a church, and the trees and the darkness started to compress onto me, and the eyes in the trees were looking at me. And it's funny because now I see eyes in the trees and I'm connected to nature, and I actually have relationships with the trees, and I love them and they protect me. But I could, in that moment, I hadn't done any of this work. I had no knowledge of myself, really. I was completely unconscious in that sense. And it was just like not the right time for me to be doing that psychedelic kind of a venture. So anyway, I started seeing like death and dying and like blood and like all of these horrible things. And I was like, this is the worst. I hate this. I was so scared. The night progressed, and we walked to my friend's house, and we got there, and I started to calm down as soon as we got inside, and there was light. It was the darkness that scared me. And it was shadow work that was, the mushrooms, they don't create anything that's not there. They just show you what's been repressed in your mind. They just show you, they make consciousness manifest, because I'm pretty sure that's what psychedelic actually means. Psyche is like the psyche, the unconscious mind, and then delic in Greek is, I think, manifest or something made real. So yeah, that was probably not the right time for me to have done that, and it scared me all these years later. Like, I'm 34 years old now, and I'm still afraid of mushrooms, but they have been calling me back to them as a way to connect to this more expanded consciousness. And it's interesting because I was drawn to a video recently. Sorry that this is going on for so long. You can skip ahead if you're not interested in this and you just want the reading. But if you want to stay with me, I'm so grateful that you care and that you're listening. But I was recently drawn to some videos about psychology and stuff like that, because it's one of my passions. It's one of my special interests, actually. It's like it's what I went to school for and all that. I was drawn to this channel that I'd never seen before, and to these videos that I'd never clicked on before. And amidst all of these other psychological explanations and video, there was a video about psychedelic trip, and I felt intuitively called to click on it. So I listened to his story, and everything that he was saying that he experienced was things that I've actually experienced doing psychic work and in meditation, completely sober. And I was like, oh, okay. So, that's another reason why I think I'm a little afraid of mushrooms, is because I am like perma high. Like, just like the way that I'm so connected to spirit, it's like being permanently high. But I'm also a little bit scared of going to that next level, because like this is kind of my comfort zone in regard to what I'm able to see or not see. It's like I still have a level of veil there. It's just a higher up kind of tier of like knowledge or awareness of reality. But I'm like a little scared to go even higher, but they've kind of been prompting me to do that. So anyway, that's the story. And if some of you are resonating with this, then maybe, we're kind of on the same path or the same or similar journey at this point. So anyway, you've had a lot of earth incarnations that have taught you a lot. You're very connected to the land. You're very connected to crystals. You're very connected to like healing through the psychological, natural means that are here and provided by Mother Nature. I love that you have, I am a hard worker. I provide with love. Oh, this is Alpha Centaurian energy. I forgot about that. So Alpha Centaurians are souls that, they work really hard, and they're very grounded, very practical. They are starseeds, so they come from Alpha Centauri. Sometimes they can have a little bit of an overworking type of quality to them. So this could be an indication, if you're not an Alpha Centaurian exclusively, then it could just be an indication that you might be working a little too hard right now, and you need to spend some time doing more emotional work, more mental work, because that's most, like, look at all the cups you have here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cup cards. The moon is very watery, emotional energy too, and then the other cards you have are all air. The star is Aquarius, and then you have 2 swords cards. So it's mostly like the mind and the emotions. So if you've been working too hard or doing a lot of really practical physical things, then they're saying to connect to your emotions, because sometimes Alpha Centaurians have a hard time connecting to their emotions or the emotions of others. Like they tend to be very practical and just very like doing oriented. So But I see here we've got like the yin is the moon, and the masculine, the yang, is the sun. The yin and yang energy. Again, we've the duality and the oneness. So I just get the sense that you're meant to be, yes, working hard, but balancing that out with the receiving, or with love, or with that gentleness. So you're able to have those two things exist in harmony together. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I see for you, group number 1. Thank you so much for being here with me today for this reading. I truly appreciate you viewing the video, clicking on it, liking it if you enjoyed it and you resonated, and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and sticking around for more readings. So we'll see you there. Bye, guys. All right, hi group number 2, welcome to your Starborn reading. So you guys chose the star card from the Lovers tarot deck, and it was interesting because this would not be like my normal choice for a Starborn reading, or talking about the star card or the star energies, but that was what Spirit told me to do, was to use this deck. So that's what we're going to do. Now, before we do that, I do want to mention that we have some Moldavite that also wanted to be here in the reading. Moldavite is a highly, highly powerful, super high vibrational crystal, and this is an oil infusion that I have here, and we're going to use that to anoint your deck and your cards to receive the highest vibrational information. But Moldavite is actually a meteorite, and it crashed into Earth about 30,000 years ago, I believe, in Czechoslovakia, and it's super high vibrational, super powerful. It can be a little bit disconcerting for some people. Like, some people can't hold it because it either burns too hot, or energetically they're like repelled by it because it's so powerful. But for starseeds and for starborn individuals who are not from Earth, this can actually feel very comforting and like home. Like, when I connect to Moldavite, I feel grounded. Whereas for other people, you might connect to it, or they might connect to it and feel completely ungrounded because it's like way too strong. So that's why I wanted to be here, is because it's connected to the stars, it's connected to the universe. And so, oh yeah, let's anoint together. So thank you, Moldavite, for blessing this reading. They wanted me to put it right on that cornucopia right there. So abundance, and right in the center where these two hearts come together, it feels like infinity. It looks like a yin-yang symbol. Okay. So I'll rub the rest into my hands. I love the smell of this oil. Oh, it just smells so luxurious. I wish they had smell-o-vision so you guys could smell it too. All right, so let's take a look at your reading, Starborn. Actually, let me just rub that in so that it doesn't get stuck. Yes, good. Okay. So for group number 2, what is their star quality or their starborn traits? Who are they? Why are they here? I just heard that question. Why are they here? Where are they going? Queen of Lightnings. Wow. There was one card in here that was not meant to be yours. Hold on, let me grab that out. There we go. That's never happened before, but they told me that's not for them. I was like, oh, okay. Entanglement and the moon card in reverse. Group number 1 had the moon card, and I'm noticing similarities here with some cards being face up and some cards being face down. It's like this energy of duality, and I was noticing that yin-yang energy there. So seems very similar to group 1, but we'll find out. We'll find out more. And they're having me shuffle in a way I don't normally shuffle, but that's what I'm guided to do. So that's the cards. So they want me to look at the upright ones first. Yeah. Okay. So you have the Queen of Lightnings. This was the one that came out when I said, why are they here? So I believe you're here to disseminate. I heard the word disseminate information. You're a communicator. You're an activator as well. That lightning bolt makes me feel like Zeus energy. You might be connected to the Greek gods. There's something to do with information or transmission of information. I'm also hearing Hermes. So you might be a divine channel or somebody who activates others, like Shaktipat activations or energy activations. I'm hearing quantum entanglement, and we did have the entanglement card. So I don't know if entanglement in this sense is negative or positive. We're going to have to look at the context of the rest of your cards to find out. Oh, okay. Yeah, it does appear to be negative in this context because you have the Five of Nuggets, which is the Five of Pentacles, and the Moon card reversed. Okay. So this entanglement is, I'm hearing past life in origin. You have past life entanglements through the incarnations you've been on Earth. You are a divine being, but you incarnated here on Earth, and as a human you got into some challenging situations, specifically in love, because they are reminding me that the tarot deck that was chosen for this reading is the Love Tarot. So you have potentially some negative karmic relationships or negative soulmate contracts that you need to clear, especially as it's related to lack or experiencing ill health. I just heard as well ill health. So you might have entanglements at the energetic level that are creating ill health for you and blocking your connection to the divine or your connection to your abundance. Yeah, because they're again drawing me back to the cornucopia that we had here. It's like it's blocking your abundance in some way, or it's distorting your mind. Okay, let's get more information here. You have wholeness. Yes, you are a very whole being. Yeah, they do want me to put it here. You're a very whole being, group number 2. You have a very active rainbow body, like you're very sensitive to energy. That's part of your star qualities. And you are a healer, I just heard as well. So if you're an energy activator, you're also a healer, but you may or may not do that professionally or as a service. It's just the energy that you exude, because there's wholeness here. Through this wholeness, you create a lot of abundance and you activate others, but this entanglement from past lives is creating some ill health or some lack that needs to be addressed, so that you can open the doors to these multiple dimensional realms that you're able to interact with and create from through the subconscious mind. You have the Ace of Nuggets reversed. Yeah, it's the same message. It's blocking your wealth in some way, these entanglements. So it's really important to clear them so that that money, that wealth, that stability, because they're showing me the castle in the, that the path is leading to. So the stability, the protection, the physical materialized wealth, I just heard, to actually come in, because when you're in wholeness, it can't help but be there because you are abundant and you're embodying that, and then therefore that's what you create. So it just feels like if you aren't experiencing that, it's because there's an entanglement that needs to be removed. You have the Six of Blossoms, which is the Six of Cups, so this is definitely past life energy. The Nine of Nuggets, you are meant to be so wealthy and abundant, group number 2. It's part of your divine lineage, I just heard. It's like your inheritance, yeah, at soul level. So it's like you are wealthy at soul level. Your soul family is wealthy at soul level, and you're meant to inherit that wealth. But it can't come in if there's entanglements blocking that. That's why they're saying to do some clearing. So let's get more info. You've got the Two of Rods. The Princess of Lightnings as well as the Queen of Lightnings. Okay. And the Princess of Nuggets. That's interesting. And the Queen of Nuggets. Okay, so you have queens and their younger counterparts. So this may have been something that happened when you were younger, in this life or in past lives. And if it happened in this life, it's because it happened in past lives, is what they're telling me. It's like it just repeated. So it does feel like looking at the patterns or the themes of what happened in your early life as it relates to love, that is going to be the pattern. So as soon as you identify that, all you need to do is return to your wholeness, do a meditation, connect to your heart is what they're saying. Connect to your heart. Call in the clearing. It's all just free will. All you need to do is recognize the pattern and then with intention, clear it. It's like you've done everything else that you need to do up until this point, group number 2. And that's why they've given you this information, is because you're meant to free yourself from this. You are the activator, you are the healer that you're seeking. So it's all within you. All you need to do is just sit down and actually look for it, and you'll find it. You'll find it right away. is what they're showing me with the moon card reversed here. They're saying it's going to come up so fast that it's kind of like smack you over the face and be like, oh, right, how did I not see that? That's so obvious. and then you'll connect the dots to these past lives. You don't even need to be able to see into past lives if that's not your specialty. But just having the awareness of how it repeated in this present life is more than enough. That's what they're saying. It's like if you can recognize the pattern now and change the pattern in this life, it clears the past lives. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to go back and dig in the past to be able to clear the future, or the present, I should say. That's helpful, or can be helpful, to understanding the present patterns. And if that's what you need, then that's fine. But you can realign your soul on your own, is what they're saying. Yeah. And like I said here, this is all about your abundance. It's all about your physical wealth. And the Queen of Nuggets and the Princess of Nuggets, it's like you're going to go through a major growth phase in regard to your finances, or even just your sense of stability. Like your sense of stability, your physical health, your experience of life as being more than enough. Right? Like there's more than enough to go around. There's more than enough time. There's more than enough energy, more than enough money, more than enough love. Whatever it is, it's like all of it is more than enough. And that is the energy. That's your star-born gift. That's your birthright. I just heard. It is your birthright, group number 2. They're making that very, very clear. And it's held, that template is held within you. That template is held within you. It's held within your soul. It's held within your rainbow body. It's in your chakra system. You can activate it through your consciousness. It's there. It's never gone anywhere. It's always been there. It's just, were you able to access it? And in the past, you weren't able to access it because there was past energy that was creating these bonds or these binds that prevented you from accessing. Yeah. And they're having me play, like I just unconsciously like went like this. And this is my, evil eye protection bracelet. So I feel like, yeah, this is somebody who really did not have good intentions, was not coming from a place of wholeness, was not coming from a place of abundance. This person or these people in these different cycles playing that same role are all embodying that energy of lack. And so you want to disconnect yourself from any past entanglements with people who were stuck in lack. That's what they're saying here. That's what's going to free you and put you on track to being your star self, to being abundant and whole and vibrant, and I'm hearing youthful as well. So if some of you are older and you're wanting to be more youthful, because we do have these like the older and then the younger, the older and then the younger, then that's actually possible for you. It is. Somehow it is. It's like you'll be more youthful because your energy will return to you. Your vitality will come back. Your abundant spirit will return, is what they're saying. Like that's word for word what they just said. So you can quote spirit on that. Okay, so now they're giving me the go-ahead to introduce a fun thing that I was guided to do today. So I channeled a whole bunch of different messages from Spirit, and we're going to grab those for you. That's why I have blue on my nails, is because I was writing so much. Okay, so for group number 2, oh, you guys got a lot. Oops. Okay, right off the bat, you have Speakin starseeds, or starseeds. So Speakins are from a planet that is very large. Speakins themselves are large as well. Like compared to humans, they would be giants, but they're normal sized on their own planet. They are very, very peaceful beings, very gentle, and very sort of isolated. They need a lot of space. And yeah, that is what they channeled on the back of the card, is I need space. So being able to be free is really, really crucial for Speakins. They need to feel like they have a lot of space to roam. They need nature. They need lots of like physical space. They need time alone. They're often drawn to, connections or relationships with others, but it needs to be in like a way that they can have the space that they need and the freedom to be able to roam. Not necessarily in like a disloyal way, but just like having alone time or being able to spend time in nature, or to have I see a lot of Speaking clients that I've worked with. They tend to live in areas that are very full of nature, or where they have very large properties, or lots of space to be able to just be. So that's something that's coming through here for you, group 2. Oh, I rest when I'm tired. I eat when I'm hungry. My body is sacred and I honor their needs. And it's funny because when I was channeling this, I almost said, I honor its needs. And they said, no, their needs. Because the body is a they. It is a system of different states of self. It is a system of different states of consciousness or different embodied consciousness, different levels of that. So it is a they, not an it. And it's very important that you rest when you're tired, that you eat when you're hungry, that you honor your needs. That's also going to be what creates more abundance. And if this is a healing thing, if this entanglement caused you to feel tired and depleted and maybe even to suffer with some physical health issues, because the Five of Pentacles can point to that as well, then it's very much about you taking the space to really take care of yourself and to honor your body's needs. That's super, super important here to renewing and restoring your integrity, your vitality, and your abundance. The dragons love and protect me always. Ooh, 12th dimension DNA activation codes. What was I saying here with the Queen of Lightnings? That's exactly what I was getting from her. It's like activation codes. So the dragons are a 12th dimensional frequency of consciousness, and they are often very, very powerful protective spirits that can come in and help you to awaken to your 12th dimensional consciousness. Now they're reminding me that I had a session with a client last month where we were channeling information from the dragons, and the 12th dimension relates to the 12 DNA codes that are meant to be activated. So right now, or generally speaking in humanity, we only have like 2 DNA strands, but we're actually meant to have 12, and they were entangled, or they were restricted by interference through, I won't go into all of the storyline of it, of like the past interference, but it's basically like the Anunnaki came in and they did experiments on humans and they completely distorted the human DNA. And so we started to deteriorate. You know, we didn't live as long, we age faster, we become unhealthy faster, there's more dis-ease, all of that. So what I'm seeing here is that you need space to recover your strength, to disentangle yourself from these past patterns within relationships or within like connection and relationship to your body. That is going to help you to activate these DNA codes within you, but you do need to make sure that you're taking care of your body, because I can tell you firsthand, when DNA codes come in, they are intense. Like I actually went through a bout of DNA activation after a Kundalini activation a few days ago. Actually, it was late last week. Yeah. So it's been like 5 or 6 days, maybe over like a week. I have a hard time tracking time. Progression of time confuses me. But anyway, it was like, let's say it was like a week ago. About a week ago. Okay. It was like about a week ago, and I was like laid out. Like I had that Kundalini activation, and then I received the DNA codes, and then I just like had to sleep way more than I normally would. And my body started to feel like it was getting sick. And I connected to my guides and I said, hey, like, am I getting sick? Like, should I be concerned here? And they're like, these are DNA activations. Your body is going through a DNA purge right now to be able to integrate this new information. And I was like, oh, okay. So, and then it went away. So it was mild for a few days, and then it peaked for like 24 hours, 48 hours or so, and then it went back down again. So that's how you know it's a DNA activation and not cold, because colds usually last about a week. DNA activations are like more compact and they happen quite quickly usually. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here for you, is like you're unlocking abundance within you, your divine birthright, by coming back into your original coding within the actual physical DNA, because the DNA holds photonic coding. There's no such thing as junk DNA. That's just what scientists labeled it because they didn't understand it. It's divine coding. And when activated and when aligned, it is powerful because it's a physical embodiment of your divinity. That's why the body is not an it is a they. It is a conglomerate. I just heard the word. It is a conglomerate of your divine expression. Ooh, you also have divinely guided. Divinely guided. My needs are met as I follow my bliss. So meeting your needs, very important here. I deserve rest. So you have a lot to do with like rest because you're going through DNA activations, or doing this clearing of this entanglement will activate the DNA in a really powerful way and create healing for you. So you need to rest. You deserve to rest. It's imperative that you rest when you're going through these types of things. Group number 2, when you're recovering, and that's what the star card is about as well. When you're recovering, but in this sense, I'm seeing it as like recovering your DNA. You know what I mean? Because like to recover can mean to heal from something, or to like come back from something that was difficult. But in this case, to recover is like to return to, or to get back. So you're getting back your DNA. You're getting back your starseed lineage wealth. Yeah, big time. And you deserve to rest because that's going to be part of it. And it says take a nap. Yeah, that's literally what I was just saying. That I needed to take several naps throughout the day, and I had to contact clients and tell them I couldn't do the readings at that time, and notify them that it was going to take a little longer because I just needed to nap, and I had to honor that. I had to, and I knew that I needed to honor what my body was needing, and that I deserved it. So even if I had like obligations or things like that I needed to do, my integration of those DNA codes was more important, and so I had to honor that. You are the universe. Star being, creator, earth angel. Yes, you are most definitely a star being. I mean, that's why you were drawn to this reading in the first place. Possibly speaking, but that doesn't have to be specifically your star group of origin. I think the message here was really just about needing space to be able to process and to integrate DNA activations and return to your wealth and your prosperity within. They want me to put this over here on the moon card. Okay. So you need space to go within. You need space to connect to your subconscious mind, to heal deeper level. Yeah, what's beneath the surface. Be gentle, be kind. Love is what you need. Yes. So you need like true love, authentic, unconditional love. And a lot of that can come from within. Most of that comes from within, and then it manifests externally. So if you're looking for a loving relationship with others, or if you just want to feel like the universe loves you, right? Like the universe has your back and it wants to provide this abundance for you, then it's really about treating yourself that way. So allowing yourself to rest, honoring your body's needs, treating yourself as if, treating your body as if it's a friend that you love dearly. Give them compliments, support them, hug them, feed them good food, give them presents, take them out on adventures, things like that. Treat your body like it's a different entity, because it kind of is, and having a relationship with that version of you, or that aspect of you, in a more externalized way or objective way, can help you to integrate some of these DNA codes, because you're now seeing the duality in the unity. Does that make sense? That's how that comes together, because they're reminding me at the beginning of this reading that I was seeing the yin-yang symbol, and it was connecting similarly to group number 1. Your reading is completely different from group number 1. The messages that it's holding here are like vastly different, but that one core, that seed of unity, is very, very important. And so if you did feel called to group 1, I would check that one out too. Okay, so there are just a few more messages coming through here in regard to the actions that you need to take right now. So they're recommending that you, first of all, take action to tune into this past karmic pattern, or where this entanglement lies, to dissect. I just heard dissect your past so that you can understand it better. And they're showing me like in science class when I think it was like grade 10 or something, we had to dissect a fish, and it's like you cut it open and you look at all of the inner workings and you learn about how all of these things fit together. So that's kind of what I'm seeing there. It's like you're studying your past, and you are understanding it from a very scientific, objective point of view, to give you the recovery of this healing, this knowledge, this wisdom, this abundance that was being blocked by maybe something that wasn't meant to be there, right? Or something that isn't part of the system, and then you can remove that. It's like you're dissecting it, finding the tumor and removing it. That's kind of what I'm seeing there. And then you need rest after that, because energetically it's kind of like actually doing surgery. Like after I do energy surgery on someone, they are very tired. When I do energy activations on myself, or I receive them from spirit, or I do energy surgery on myself, very tired after. I need rest for like 2 days straight sometimes. So it's important that when you're doing this high level soul healing, that you rest, rest, rest. I know they keep repeating that message. You're probably getting bored of me saying it, but they're really wanting to drive it home, group 2. You need to rest, you need to sleep, you need to eat healthy, organic, high vibrational food that was grown in the sun and absorbed the light of the creator, okay? That's what they're saying. That's going to activate the DNA in and of itself. It's going to help the DNA to heal. It's going to help the DNA to recodify. I just heard recodify. It's like they're showing me DNA restructuring itself, crystallizing, and it's vibrant, and all of the DNA codes for health are being turned on. That's why they said that you're going to look more young. You're going to look more youthful because your DNA is completely different than it was before, and the codes for youth are going to be online, and the codes for aging, like the telomeres, that's what causes aging, is the telomeres, which are like the caps on the end of the DNA strands. They start to erode or break down. And what erodes our telomeres is actually eating very processed, pesticide-laden DNA or genetically modified foods, things like that, like frankenfoods, that erodes the telomeres. Not having enough rest, too much stress or cortisol or adrenaline, negative adrenaline is, they're correcting me. They're saying there's 2 kinds or different concoctions of adrenaline. Some is positive, some is negative. It depends on the emotion that's being evoked, and that's releasing the adrenaline. They're showing me a cocktail, like it's a cocktail of different ingredients depending on the emotion and the energetic signature. Fascinating. So there's so much that goes into this group number 2. But basically this is all about your DNA being activated right now, and you're going to be recovering wholeness. You're going to step into abundance. You're going to get your wealth back, and the wealth that you have here in this world is your body. It starts from that. If you don't have health, you don't have anything else. So your health is your wealth, and then it's actually going to bring actual wealth, is what they're saying. Because they're like, yeah, and then it's going to actually be real wealth. Awesome. All right, so treat yourself like a princess, like a queen, and rest. Okay? Kick your feet up. Have a lie back. Have a bubble bath. Oh, yeah. Get yourself a hammock. Lie in the sun. Be the queen that you are, the princess that you are, the king that you are. You know, have a lay down and just relax, because that's what's going to help bring this abundance back. I love it when spirit rhymes like that. Have a lay back and just relax. That's what's going to bring this abundance back. All right, guys, that's what I see for you. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here, for clicking on the video, for staying for the reading. Thank you for liking the video if you did enjoy it and it resonated or helped you in some way. And if you enjoy my style of readings, then stick around. If you haven't already subscribed, you can hit that button and we will be going on this journey together. So much love, much gratitude. We'll see you in the next reading, guys. Bye. All right, hi group number 3, welcome to your Starborn reading. So the first thing that I want to note here is that we're going to be using the deck from the card that you chose. I don't know the name of this one because it was gifted to me from my mom, and I don't have like a box for it. So anyway, I also want to mention that we're going to be using Moldavite here in your reading. This was requested by Spirit to be present in the reading. It is it's actually a meteorite, so it's not a crystal that originates here on Earth. It's from the stars, which is, I think, why it wanted to be here in this Starborn reading. It's an extremely high vibrational crystal. It's very grounding, but it grounds at a super high non-Earth-based energy. So for those who are Earth-based, it can feel quite uncomfortable, or, you know, it's like too powerful. Whereas for those who are born from the stars, it can actually feel like home. Like, I love Moldavite because it makes me feel like I'm home as a star being myself. So let's take a look. Oh yes, they are reminding me to do an anointing ceremony first. So what we're going to do is anoint your cards with Moldavite oil, because that's what this is. It's an infusion of oil, and it smells delicious. I wish you could smell it. It's so nice and fresh and herbaceous. It just smells like wisdom. That's the energy I'm getting from it right now for you, group number 3. So let's take a look at your cards and see what is coming through. So for group number 3, in regard to their star origin, their star qualities, their light, shining their light. What do they need to know? You have some flipped cards here. The Sun and the Queen of Pentacles. Wow, that's positive. That's very positive. So for group number, okay. That's too many, but I can see the ones that are meant to be here. It's these ones here, and then these ones are meant to go back in. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And the Fool. Okay, they're saying stop there. Okay, so let's look at the ones that flipped over first. This seems to be a theme in these readings. This has happened in every single reading. Some of them are face down, some of them are face up. So you have the Queen of Pentacles that came out first that I saw there. So this is abundance, very grounded, very practical energy. We've got Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus here. So it does feel to me like it's very practical, earth-based energy that I'm seeing here. The Sun card, oh, beautiful energy from this Sun card. It just feels like being connected to nature. I feel like you guys are very nature-based energies. Like you might come from a planet that had a lot of nature, or you might be very connected to the fairy realm. That's kind of what I'm getting. It's like you're connected to the nature kingdom, and that is like a whole different bandwidth. So let me kind of tell you a little bit of a story here. So for those of you who don't know or aren't familiar with my work through my old channel, To Kitty and Beyond, I'm a professional psychic medium and Akashic Reader. And so what I used to do was I would go into people's soul blueprints and their Akashic record and look at their lineage. And so I would see into their star history, and I would visit the planets through remote viewing and through the memories of that soul to see the planets. So like I've been to Arcturus, I've been to Sirius, I've been to, I mean physically I have been there because I'm also a wanderer soul, but I've been there in my mind in this life as well. And what I saw was actually on the Pleiades, there was a very, very strong connection etherically to the fairy realm. So the Pleiadians are very connected to the fairy realm. The Mintakans are connected to the fairy realm as well. And I think that those two energies kind of go together here. Like I'm feeling both of them and I'm getting shivers. So that's giving me truth energy. So I get the sense that you may be Mintakan or Pleiadian, or you may have incarnated on Mintaka, and then when it was destroyed, you went to Pleiades. You also have a strong connection to the fairy realm, the nature kingdom, animal spirits, plant spirits, Mother Earth, Gaia. Yeah, big time energy of like the natural kingdom. Okay, let's keep looking at your cards. You have the Three of Wands. The Ten of Pentacles, yeah, big earth energy here. You guys are so abundant, and like the nature spirits just shower you with blessings because they see your light and they are attracted to your light, is what I'm getting. So you probably have like a lot of little gifts that are being left for you. That's what they're showing me, like little gifts. Like you might find a feather or a penny. It's like you go outside your house and all of a sudden there's like something there that wasn't there the day before. Like maybe it's a little biscuit and you're like, how the heck did that get there? It's like the fairies are leaving it for you. That's so cute. Oh my God, I love it. I spent a lot of time in Pleiades, and I spent some time in Mintaka myself, actually, within my incarnations at soul level. And I definitely resonate with the fairy realm too. So I feel like I'm very much in this group with you guys. You have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, more earth energy. You have the Justice card. This is beautiful. Just so regal and divine. Wow. The Three of Cups. The Strength card. Just grace. Like I get this magical grace from her and from the Justice card as well. It's like everything is so balanced. Everything is so graceful. And then you have the Hierophant, Taurus energy here again. You may have earth sign energy predominantly in your chart, you know, like your sun, moon, or rising, or yeah, sun sign, maybe you're a Taurus. I don't know. But it just feels like I'm also getting Leo energy from this, from the Strength card here. We have Aquarius too. Libra. Anyway, I just get the sense that you guys are very connected to nature. Flowers are also something that's important to you, like looking at flowers or connecting with flower energy or flower spirits is really, really helpful in healing for you. That's like your connection to source. So you can connect to the stars through the natural world, through the spirits of the earth, is what they're saying here, because they're pointing me to the stars in all of these cards. Like we've got the stars here, and they're showing me the roses here. They're showing me the sunflowers and the daisies. Yeah, there's a daisy here as well. So it just feels like you're able to connect to your home frequency by connecting to the earth. So yeah, and that's what they showed me when I was connecting to that Pleiadian fairy realm energy. It was like there was a bridge between those two that existed in the Pleiades, and it actually went out to a secondary Arcturian planet as well. It was connected through the water of Mintaka and Sirius, so it was like the fairy realm is like everywhere. It's not something that's in a particular location, it's literally everywhere, but it's like if the consciousness can bridge to it through the natural world, through nature, through that life, then you can connect to it and it can bring you healing, it can protect you, it can bring you blessings. That's what they're saying here, is that like the nature spirits want to bless you because you grace them with your presence. It's like you might walk through the forest and your energy, your light is blessing every plant and animal that you pass. Every footstep you take is a blessing upon the earth. And so they want to reciprocate. That actually came up in a session I had earlier this week with a client. She was giving to the land a lot energetically, and she can't do that right now for a personal reason. And she was being guided to just rest. And the land was saying that they want to give back to her because everything that she seeded into the land now grew into like this bushels of abundance. So like one flower seed became a whole garden, and now it's like the nature spirits wanted to give back. They wanted her to receive. So that's what I see here for you, group 3, is that you need to be receiving from the land because you've given a lot, whether you realize it or not. Whether you actually went out and gave to the land, maybe you give offerings to the land. I know I do that sometimes. I'll go sit in nature, and if I really connect to a particular spot and I feel like it's sacred, I'll leave some of my food that I brought with me for the trees, for the animals, for the fairies, or I'll just go out and I'll pick up garbage sometimes because I know that that helps nature to thrive and that they're grateful for that. And I also just don't like to see that. Like it irks me to see garbage in nature. It's like that's not meant to be there. You know, it mars the beauty. It's like somebody spitting on a painting. Like, please, why would you do that? It makes me angry even just talking about it. So it's like that kind of thing. You give to the land, even just your presence, like I said. If you're not doing anything at all, just your presence gives to the land. But maybe you feed the birds because they're showing me the birds flying around outside. And if you're like me, I always put out birdseed for my lovely feathered friends. And sometimes the squirrels will get into that too. And it's just so sweet. And me and Kitty love to watch them out my bedroom window. It makes us very happy. So that's kind of what I see here for you, group number 2. But let's actually take a look at another new form of messages that they had me sit down and channel right before this reading. So I did a whole bunch of different little sticky notes of channeled information from spirit. So I'm going to close my eyes and I'm just going to pull randomly from here. You've got some of those. I feel these ones as well. There's more, okay. This one and this one. Oh, all of those? Or no, just these two. Yeah, okay. There. All right. I am in need of healing. I am healed. Fractured, broken. So this is something that is in need of healing is being healed because the fractured, broken came up second, not first. So that's something that's like that's in your past is what I'm seeing. It's like you're turning your back on any fractures or any brokenness, and you're healing that. I am in need of healing, but I am healed is what's really standing out to me. And the sun is about healing. Justice speaks of balance. The Fool is a fresh start. The Star card is also about recovery and healing. The 10 of Pentacles is like long-standing health and longevity. So your legacy is going to be of health. My family is safe and protected. I was just going to say that the 10 of Pentacles can represent family as well. It's legacy. So it's lineage. It's our ancestry. I feel like your ancestry is in the stars, but it's also in the earth. It's like I said, it's like that fairy bridge, which exists in the stars and also on earth, because it's anywhere that nature is. So your family is protecting you. Yeah, my star family protects me and those I love. Yeah, that's right. Yep. That's exactly it. So group number 3, your star family is protecting you. Your natural blessings from the nature spirits are protecting you, and your physical family in this lifetime are safe and protected as well. You are the home you seek. The stars, the earth, the cosmos are all my home. I am home. This is just such beautiful confirmation of the messages that have been coming through. It's like the fairy realm is everywhere. Anywhere that nature is, that's where the fairy realm exists. You are home in the stars. You are home on earth. You are home wherever you are, because you are home. You are the home that you seek. So if you've been feeling as though you've been disconnected from your family, or you're feeling as though you're lost in an endless wandering, just know that this is your home. You belong here. You're meant to be here. You are loved here, and you are blessed here. So you are the home that you seek, group number 3. I am a nature spirit. I knew it. I called it, you guys. I called it. Fairies, earth magic, natural kingdom. I knew it. And I knew that this was going to come out. Because I was like, as soon as I saw the Queen of Pentacles and the Sun card, I was like, this card's going to come out. So there you have it. Boom. Where I direct my will, I create a way. My reality is my creation. So this is, really talking about manifestation, your legacy, what you're creating. I see you working at something. You're definitely creating something. The 8 of Pentacles is building something, manifesting. It's mastering a skill. It could be, working with the earth to grow something, whether it's energetically or physically. I'm guided by my inner North Star, and this is actually, Polarian. So Polarians are a starseed group that is very much connected to Earth. They were actually one of the first star groups that was seated here, I believe. So I haven't worked with too many Pleiadian souls personally. I think I've worked with like 2 or 3 out of like the hundreds and hundreds of clients I've had over the years. But Polarian starseeds are very interesting, very unique, and again, very rare. That's why I've only worked with a few of them. And if you guys are interested more in starseed information, my old YouTube channel, which I'm no longer working on, but there is a starseed origin series that I have there if you guys are interested in learning more about the starseed groups and personality traits of how that manifests through the personality in human incarnations. On my channel, 2Kitty and Beyond, I'll leave it linked in the description box. I am abundant. As I embody, so I create. So we have a lot about creation here, embodiment, abundance. We see that with the 10 of Pentacles. We see that with the 8 of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. All of these cards are really talking about that. It's like you're embodying this very high level. I just heard manifestation magic. So you might be working with like the earth spirits or plants to be able to manifest. You might be doing like rituals or spells, or working with the fairies, because they keep showing me that the fairies want to help you manifest. It's like they want to sprinkle fairy dust on everything that you're trying to create. So let them, they're not malevolent like many believe that they are. There are some mischievous fairy spirits, but if you're a very high vibrational light worker, which I believe you are, group number 3, then you will be able to tell. Like you can tell what is a mischievous energy and what is not, and you can work with the highest, most aligned energies of the fairy realm to assist you. Mushrooms are very protective, like working with mushroom spirit. That can be either through like eating mushrooms, honoring and with gratitude, obviously, or going and being in nature where mushrooms are. They are the protectors of the bridge between the worlds, the mushrooms. That's what I channeled one day in a meditation for myself. And the fairies themselves, they want to help you to bring more magic into your creation. So that's really cool. Yeah, they want to bless you. You are blessed. The choice is yours. So it's all about you creating your own reality. It's very much free will based. This is the justice energy. It's like the balance between choice, cause and effect. So it's all up to you, group number 3. Whatever you want to do, you can do, because you have the Fool energy here, which is like the ultimate infinite potential, is what I just heard. The infinite potential to be able to create whatever it is you desire, and it will be successful. It will be long-standing. It will be something that you will master through consistency, through repetition, through your will. Because didn't we have the will here in this one? Yeah, where I direct my will, I create a way. So you're creating a way. That's the 3 of Wands here as well. Like, you're creating a way, you're manifesting, you're directing your energy effectively, and that's creating more abundance for you. The choice is yours on what you want to direct your will into. And they're just saying that whatever you choose, you're blessed. Your home, you're blessed, you're abundant, you're protected, your family's protected, your lineage is sacred. You are healed if you need healing. It's up to you to receive that, or to ask for support, and to allow yourself to be blessed. Because some of this is about receiving, as we did see that message coming up with the example from that client I had this week. So yeah, you're meant to be receiving. For whatever reason, they had me touch the Moldavite oil again. You're meant to be receiving something from the stars, from the earth, from the fairies. You're meant to be receiving healing. You're meant to be receiving grounding. That can be part of this as well. Like, going out and getting in nature can help to bless you, because it's going to ground your energy. It's going to help to heal your body, and it's going to help to connect you with these spirits of the flowers and the mushrooms and the fairies and the plants and the trees that want to bless you with their abundance. Yeah, I feel like nature is your altar. Nature is your temple. Group number 3. So rather than going to a church or a mosque or, a sacred site of prayer, your sacred site of prayer is anywhere that nature exists. That's where home is for you. And your home is like this sacred space. So go to nature to heal. Oh, there's a beautiful little bunny hopping around outside my window. Let me see if I can catch that. Hold on one sec. So yeah, there you go. I wanted to catch that on camera because I know that I see a lot of nature out my window all the time in these readings, because I look out the window when I channel, but I've never been able to catch them on camera. And today they were like, you need to show the bunnies, you need to show the nature to them, because that's part of this reading. Like, that's the energy of this reading. So that is what I have for you, group number 3. Thank you so much for being here. It's truly a blessing to connect with your energy. And I definitely resonate with it too. Like, I'm part of this group with you as well. So nice to see you, soul family. Nice to connect with you. It's been a blessing and a pleasure. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking the video if you resonated. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Stick around for more lots of fun readings to come. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.